Before we get started, a big thank you to all of my supporters over on Patreon and on Twitch, with the Patreon people coming up on screen now. A big thank you to my legendary supporters, Mike, Kira, Truck Driving Gamer, and Obi-Wan Kanzi. Thank you guys, I really very much appreciate it. If you would like to help support me and the channel, then you can head over to twitch.tv/ManageRequest and drop a sub over there. Or you can go over to patreon.com/ManageRequest and become a Patreon member for some early access to some videos and some behind the scenes stuff. Today we'll be doing the Deathwalker solo scenario. For those of you who may be joining the stream or the video for the first time, the solo scenarios are scenarios which only a single character can go upon. Once you hit level 5 on that character, you unlock the ability to go do the solo scenario. The reward for doing so is a unique item for just your character that only your character can use, which is usually very fun to use or helps enhance your kind of core mechanics in some way. They're renowned for being quite tough. They're also generally renowned for being quite interesting and puzzly compared to maybe some regular scenarios where there is kind of like a way you can figure out how to win them, which I usually quite like. They aren't included in the base game, so if you bought a retail edition of Frosthaven, you won't have this. If you got a Kickstarter copy, then you had the option to add these on, and I don't think it was too much. I do believe you can buy these after the fact. Like, you'd probably be able to buy them from certain game stores that might get them in stock. I don't know about right now at the time of filming this, but I'm sure that you will still be able to get hold of these if you didn't initially. So, last episode, I'm currently playing through my Frosthaven campaign. In the last episode, we did the Drifter one, which we completed. Took us 2 attempts, but we did. So today we're going to be doing the Deathwalker. The unique thing as well about how this fits into the whole campaign is that these scenarios do not count towards advancing the Outpost phase. So in terms of the Frosthaven campaign structure, this is not considered to be doing that. So you're not supposed to advance the calendar or do an Outpost phase after completing these. However, I am house ruling it in my campaign that once I have done 2, so both of my characters have completed their solo scenarios, that I'm going to allow myself to do an Outpost phase. This is because I'm trying to push my calendar forward so that I can get to a retirement mission a little bit quicker, but also thematically I think it kind of makes sense that both my characters went off separately, went to do their solo scenarios, and then after that they came back and met back in Frosthaven and a week had gone by. So feel free to house rule it maybe in a similar way. I think it's a fairly simple and won't upset your game kind of house rule, but I certainly wouldn't be doing Outpost phases after every single solo scenario if you're playing like 4-player, for example, because then you're really going to advance your calendar probably too fast. So, but a situation like this where everybody goes off and does their solos, then we come back together and advance it once, I think is pretty fair. So, to start then, let's go over to Fortella. We don't do any road events, so no road events while going to this. They don't get involved, but we do have narration for this, so we'll crack straight into it. The Dead of Night, this scenario is called. I am still on +1. I know. I'm a madman.
The pain from the souls of the dead follows you everywhere. A persistent ache in the back of your head. Yet occasionally, that pain becomes too great, and you find yourself following it instead. It draws you inexorably, like a compass needle toward the northernmost pole. And so you follow, far to a stark plateau studded with holes. It was once a hive of harrowers, yet it lays empty of their lively energy, filled now with despair. As you open your mind to their last moments, you see them swarming over a giant intruder, a god of destruction intent upon flattening their homes into dust. They defeated the god and protected their plateau, but it cost them their lives. Trying to calm the desiccated souls buzzing in their fear and rage, you are interrupted by gleeful screeches. It is now dark, and demons have arrived. They feed, it seems, off the pain from the ancient battlefield. You are part of that pain, and so they close in on you.
Oh no! That's not very nice. Uh-oh. So, this scenario then. We have some scenario goals and special rules. So scenario goals, the scenario is complete when all enemies in it are dead. At the end of that round, read the conclusion. Special rules. The glowing orb here has level ×3 plus 6 hit points. I'll add it to the app in a minute. It is an ally to you and an enemy to all monsters. You can lose 1 card from your hand or 2 from your discard pile to negate 1 source of damage to the glowing orb. If the glowing orb is destroyed, the scenario is lost. Night demons and black imps do not innately give disadvantage to all attacks targeting them. Well, that's nice. That makes the scenario a little bit easier. At the start of each listed round, spawn the following monsters at the listed locations. So we have 10 rounds. So we'll be looking at 10 rounds. Round 3, B and D. B and D are going to spawn 1 normal night demon. Rounds 5, A, B, C, and D, so everything, is going to spawn a normal black imp. Round 7, A and C, 1 elite black imp. And finally, round 10 is going to be B and D, 1 elite night demon. So, a lot of enemies, fairly quick as well. Kind of interesting. So let's get the orb in. Summon the orb. Objective. So this has, what was it, level ×3 plus 6. What's the level we're playing at? Is it 5? 4. So 12, 18. The objective has 18 health. Additional objective, obtain less than 15 XP from cards so you don't retire. Yeah. So initial thoughts. Initial thoughts about strategy for this scenario then. I think it's pretty clear to me that we are going to need to use teleport cards. There's no way that I can get from that side of the board to this side of the board, protecting this orb in the middle without teleporting around somewhat. You don't have great movement on the Deathwalker, so it kind of goes without saying that that's something we're going to need to do. Also, of course, the quicker we can kill things, the better. You know, imps are actually pretty easy to kill. They're basically 1 attack from us at this point in time. We're like that strong at this point. They're basically about 1 attack. Maybe if we get unlucky 2. So that shouldn't be too difficult to do. But teleport is going to be massively important. Because the way that we lose is by the orb dying. 10 rounds is not a huge amount of time either. It's really not. Although, you know, it's 10 rounds, but then we have to kill all of the enemies. So it could be 12, 13 rounds in total, this scenario. We'll see how it goes. Interesting. I think we need to take a look at our cards and see, make sure that we have the right kind of cards, because we might actually need to change stuff up here, for sure. Zeus, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Welcome to the quest, my friend. Is there a tunnel through Shadows Persistent or something? I think that might be at like a higher level, right? Let's have a look at some of our X cards. It's been a while since I've looked at the X cards for this character, actually. I haven't had to. We also have to do a battle goal. So battle goals, we draw them. We don't have to complete it, but we have to draw a battle goal. don't gain inspiration after Solar Snows, right? No, you don't. With the exception of my house rule that playing both counts as snow. Yes, so if I win this, I will give myself 2 inspiration to stay on track with my plan of completing scenarios gives me inspiration. So although, yes, it doesn't give you inspiration by the rules, you know, I'm saying that if I'm returning to Gloomhaven after successfully doing, Frosthaven, after successfully completing a mission, I will have the rewards that that would entail, which would be 2 inspiration. Did we win the Drifter? Yes, we did. It took 2 attempts, but yes, we did. This could be a good one to actually bring some kind of passive ability. Something that gives us a little bit more wiggle room. I don't think the summon's going to be particularly good, although there is a teleport on the bottom of that card, so... We're also going to want to keep shadows kind of up. Okay. Perhaps we need to bring something like a Dark Fog as well, just because, you know, maybe a burn, attack 3, range 3 is pretty good. Because my plan here would be to probably go towards one of these and just basically deal with 1/2 of the scenario a little bit. Hopefully these guys don't move too much. But then we would kind of teleport back over here, and then if we have like a big card like a Dark Fog or something, to just attack a bunch of them all together, that could be really, really good. Not to mention that just being able to move one shadow up to 5 hexes could, in theory, position it to a very nice teleport on a subsequent turn. Yeah, moving a shadow 5 could help it, so I don't have to move as well. Yeah, exactly, Charles. Great minds think alike. So I felt like Dark Fog actually might be an okay type thing. Again, we can burn loads of cards here because it's only going to be probably about 13 rounds. So we can absolutely get away with burning a few cards. We probably want to play Eclipse on turn 1. We probably want to, we might even want to play Abyss as just a standard thing, because Abyss will just leave shadows over here near this. That's going to allow us so much, flexibility to teleport between the two. If we can kill stuff in spawn, then we're just like bam, 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 bam. We'll just be teleport, 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 teleport. Kill this, teleport over there. Kill that, teleport back over there. I think that's really what we want to be doing. The other thing we've got is we've got Wave of Anguish, which might actually be kind of better. Wave of Anguish could be a really nice way for us to just spread a bunch of shadows around and then go blam. Gonna need a round timer as well, aren't I, probably? Some sort of round timer. I guess we'll just deal with it as it comes. Okay, well, I think out of the cards that we have... Strength of the Abyss might also be an interesting one, because the top is a pretty decent attack, but it's a melee attack. I think I want more ranged in this one. And Wave of Anguish is like pseudo range. I think I like both of these cards for this scenario. Definitely Wave of Anguish, and Dark Fog I think maybe too. Let's have a look and see what our other cards are, see what we can figure out. Range is what I want really here. With a little, like a little dab of melee. But I think some range would be good. Right, how much teleports do I have? I have 1, 2... Technically 3. I have about 3 teleports. It's not too bad. I think I can probably get rid of Lingering Rot for something like Wave of Anguish instead. Now for Dark Fog. Maybe I don't play Dark Fog actually. Because, I mean, realistically, it's probably only going to be like 2 people. And I've probably got better burns. Yeah, I think I've probably got better burns. Although, moving 1 up to 5 is quite good, though. Do I really need as many teleports as I have? I think I do. I might get rid of Fleeting Dusk because it's just a little bit kind of counterintuitive to this scenario in my opinion. Because we're going to place a bunch of shadows and then we're probably just going to use them fairly well over the course of the scenario. Actually, I need to get rid of 1 card, Jesus, because of course I leveled up and I haven't gotten rid of my other card yet. Oh shoot. Well, maybe we're not playing Wave of Anguish then. Or Dark Fog. No Dark Fog, I guess. Let's try it like this for now. Maybe the big summon was good here? Yeah, maybe. Short rest perk would have been nice. We might get an opportunity to long rest, but yeah. Okay, let's give it a go. Like with a lot of the solo scenarios, sometimes it's good to just give it a go. See what breaks, you know? Undoubtedly, there's probably going to be something that we're not doing good enough. Some weirdness. Drifter solo was kill 12 and Deathwalker is also kill 12. Kind of a gauge for this one. Yeah, but the Drifter also didn't have protect something at the same time, right? Although, I mean, I guess you just protect your own health. Slightly different. Okay, so our battle goals are Hunter, Gambler, Ravager. Hunter, kill 1 or more elite enemies or 2 or more before goes. Well, we have to do this. Gambler, kill an enemy with an attack that has disadvantage. Unlikely. So Hunter is the one. Because we will absolutely do that if we win the scenario. Okay. So, round one then. I think the first thing we want to do makes super sense is we just want to eclipse. And I think we probably want to eclipse now. Now I can start either here or here. I figured starting here was probably a little bit better, considering that we actually have a route to move. Whereas here we have no real route to move. But if I was to like eclipse, you know, place a shadow here, place a shadow here, maybe a shadow sort of where I am roughly, and maybe a shadow up here. And then potentially Call to the Abyss as well anyway to place another one. So we would get 4 shadows out very, very quickly. And that would give us some nice positioning. And then I can just get one of them and I can start edging it this way a bit closer so that when we do need to kind of jump over, we can. The orb's health is a resource. Yeah, I mean, 18 health is pretty good. The imps would struggle to really hurt it too much, but I guess the real worry is the night demons, right? The night demons will absolutely destroy it in potentially 2 hits, so they're the scary thing. Okay, so I move 1. Oop. Oop. Black imps, no issue. So we are going to burn Eclipse top. Like I said, I think here's a really good, nice spot. Your enemies are naturally going to clump around this area as well. I wouldn't mind another one this direction as well. I think I don't need one necessarily at the orb right now. So we're going to place 3 and then... Oh, this one has to be within range 2, right? So there. I'm not playing... I did think about bringing that card that when you can trigger it so that whenever an enemy enters a hex with a shadow, they gain wound. That kind of could have been a nice one. But imps do have heals, so... Wound. My mileage with wound would probably vary. Good on night demons, but not so much on the imps. Okay, so done. Eclipse burned. So that is round 1, everybody. Now on to round 2. How am I going to count the rounds? Let me get the round tracker. Oh my god, I'm actually going to use the round tracker. I'll sort of put it sort of above my head. Ta-da! Oh, you guys can't see it. my head is fully covering it. Nope. I guess I could put it like that. Oh, you're right. There is a round counter on the bottom there. Yeah. We'll just do this. This is nice and easy. Like, I'm not going to have too many actives out, so I have got all this lovely play area. It has been nice playing solo scenarios and actually having a lot of space to play with. rather than trying to jam everything in. Okay. So what are we going to do this scenario? Again, I feel like going quite late would be probably pretty preferable here. Bear in mind that next turn we're going to get more imps. What's their normal movement? It's one every time, huh? Very slow. I guess they must have a move too, though, right? Do I just kind of do a nothing turn again? Feels a bit rubbish, but I don't really have much to do here. Okay, well, I guess I can go kind of late and see what happens a little bit. I can't go really late, though. I guess the imps could just do nothing as well. There's always the case that the imps could do nothing. Okay, there you go. Move on. They're coming. Oh, Lord, they coming. So it's going to do Wave of Anguish here. So move 2. Move all shadows up to 1 hex. Okay. You think anything left would take the path down, 1 shorter hex onto the orb, I think. Which one? Yeah. So was it 1, 2? They've only moved 2, right, so far? I didn't see this path, actually. I probably should have put one of these on this path. Like, put 1 up here, 1 down there. That would have made more sense instead of putting 2 up there. Okay. Might have the clips differently. Yeah, I think, like, if maybe I don't know why, but I blanked. I didn't think you could go this way. I thought this covered, like, the whole thing. I didn't see that there was, like, this little sneaky path. It's okay, though. It is what it is. We're going to have to move things around and what have you. So, Vengeful Storm. I'm just going to do... Obviously, I'm just going to do an attack 3 here. And nothing more. On this guy. And he's number 2. +1. Okay. So that is everybody done. So now it is round 3. Is it at the beginning of each round? Start of the round, yeah. So we're going to get one normal Night Demon on B and D. There's Night Demon 1 and 5. Okay. So Night Demons have 8 health. A little bit scarier. I think in this instance, I want to back off a little bit. Wait for an opportunity. I'm quite happy to play this relatively slow. Making dark for the next round is going to be good because there's a fairly good chance I can hit 2 things in the next round. So I think the plan here would be to go on 13, hopefully beat everything. And just move back, create dark. And then we'll use our Black Barrage first to do an attack of 2 on this guy, hopefully killing him. And then we can move on. Well, Night Demons are not moving. That is... I mean, it's good. It's good in a way. So Black Barrage top will attack for 2 on the... on this little guy here. 2. Ooh. They don't have shield or anything, right? No, only if they draw it. Okay, so he's dead. And then, You see, the thing is, I don't really want to advance onto the Night Demon. Like, it's just not a good idea. That Night Demon attack is new. Attack 4, pierce 2. You're right, I think it is, actually. It could well be because of, they made some changes to the monsters, some of the monsters in Frosthaven. Like, I think they took away some of the really BS abilities of some of the monsters. So presumably they've taken away maybe they've taken away the invisibility on the Night Demons? No, or maybe they've changed initiative on it? Did they have an attack 4, attack 4? I'm unsure. So Night Demons aren't going to do anything. This guy's going to move one more step. Okay, and that is it. That is the end of that round. Very, like, quick kind of rounds, right? Because really there's not much to do. There will be some real crunch rounds, though, where we're like, okay, we actually really have to do something. So this is an example of a round where I could get a little bit frisky. Could try and hit something for a lot of damage here. We're gonna get a lot of imp soon, huh? Yeah, I think I'm going to try something here. I'm going to kind of hope that maybe the Night Demon can go before me and move a little bit. If not, I've got my boots of speed as well. Okay, well, maybe I delay here. Oh, they're going to go invisible if I don't use the dark. Okay, well. There's the invisibility card, but I think it might have been earlier, right? That's really quite bad, isn't it? I don't think I can stop them from going invisible. No, I don't think I can, because I can't consume the dark. Ugh, yeah, Okay, well, I think I just have to deal with what's happened. Which doesn't really help me, but I can't do much, I don't think. So I'll just use the bottom of Restless Spirits. I was going to try and do some clever teleporting around and hit something shenanigans, but I don't think I can. So I'll use the bottom of Restless Spirits here. I don't want to remove the shadows at this point in time, because I want to keep them up for a couple of good attacks. So... there we go. I don't love it, really. I don't love it at all. But that's all I can really do here. Making that dark was maybe a bad idea. Because now I'm pretty much going to have to tank one of them. And we're about to get a big spawn. 5. 5 is all of the imps. Everything spawns an imp. I feel like maybe I didn't get my shadows into the right places quick enough. Like early enough and quick enough. And they're just sort of slightly not right. Not bad, but not amazing either. And now we're going to have potentially a bunch of imps bearing down on us. I do feel like one good turn, though, I can absolutely turn the tide of this. Not as bad as it first seems. I'm in that awkward situation here where I guess I have to just go late. I could, in theory, at this point in time, long rest. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but hear me out. There's not much that I can really do this round. Like, there's really not. I've got 3 cards in my hand. I mean, I'll take a couple of hits. I'll take at least 1 hit from the Night Demon, most likely. I'll get to heal 2. I'll get my charge back on my leather armor. I'll get to move 1 shadow up to 3 hexes anyway. I don't think it's that bad. I get all of my cards back. We can let the imps move a little bit closer. Like, I just want them to clump a little bit more. I'm very tempted to long rest, because if I don't long rest, I'm like, okay, well, what do I play? I don't really have a great play. And then next turn, I have to long rest or short rest. So then I'll be in an even worse, like, I'll almost be in an even worse position. I'm just going to long rest. And we kind of hope that this doesn't get completely blown up, which it shouldn't do. Okay. So that's going to attack the orb. For 4. This is going to attack me with disadvantage. Do I take 5? They're done. One. Yeah, these guys are always going to go for the bottom, huh? It's going to attack the orb. Ooh, that's not so good. That's 4 damage on the orb. Orb is already a bit beaten up. Okay, maybe we can't let the orb take that much. Now it's our go. So we're going to heal up for 2. We're going to get that charge back. Get our cards back. Just need to buy a little bit more time. It's all about buying the time. Maybe I don't need the teleports, huh? Maybe the teleports are not quite as all they're cracked up to be. Get rid of Black Barrage. Yeah, maybe. Now on round 6. Right, so this is like the... Now we're in kind of like, okay, we need stuff to happen here. Alright, I've got a nice attack, but it's on a bit of a dodgy initiative here. 29, and we could lower it to 19. Not the best, but maybe we can make that work. Looks to me like they might have made the Night Demons a little bit slower. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. I mean, I can't beat a 4, so that's fine. I've got a good turn, but not so good. Number 1's going to attack the orb. That's 5 damage to the orb. Maybe we just lose now. And then an attack on us with disadvantage. Okay, -1. So 3 damage to us. The thing is once we kill these Night Demons, we're in a pretty good spot, I think. Well, maybe not. Then we'll have elite ones in a minute. Hey, gangster. Finally Friday and Frosthaven weekend. Amen, brother. Another solo. I don't like retirement. Well, I can't retire. That's the problem. That's partly the problem right now. So we may as well make the best of it. Is the orb an objective? Like I can't move through it? Or can I move through it? I can move through it. Yeah, it's an ally. It's classified as an ally, so I can move through it. Do I want to move through it though? Not really, not right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do Wave of Anguish here. Yeah, I like that. Why can't I retire? Sorry, I missed the last few streams. Deathwalker needs 15 XP, Drifter needs 3 weeks. Yeah, basically. It is the long and short of it. Unfortunately, it's not quite as easy as just completing Sacred Soil. Then we're going to do Dominate here. I feel like this is the scary side right now, so we'll use this one. So we're going to attack this guy for 6. I'm going to use the Spyglass here to gain advantage. I think it's worth it here. So 6 with advantage. And Consume the Dark to add Disarm on number 1. It's going to gain us an XP. 6, 7, 7. That goes away. I think I'm kind of okay with all of that. Then these guys are going to go. 5 can't go anywhere. 10's just going to attack for 1 onto the orb. Nothing. Nada. Presumably the orb can't be poisoned, right? It's like an objective. Okay, next round, round 7. 1 elite black imp on A and C. Things seem to be, I'm sort of regretting maybe getting rid of my AoE. I thought, do you know what? My AoE is going to be like, okay, but not great. Kind of regretting that now. I really should have bought one of those 2 cards. They would have been so good. The imps haven't healed yet either, and I swear that they... Whenever I play as them, normally they heal. Actually, no, I think they do heal 1 time. Okay. Well, the good news is we've only got 2 more elite night demons, and then that's everything. And we've killed 2 things so far. Looking good. Why can you move through the orb? You thought you couldn't move through obstacles? I think it's because it's technically an ally. Yeah. Like, so it's like another character on the board. Yeah, I'm very much regretting now not having like just something like, I took out Lingering Rot, and I'm thinking like Lingering Rot would have been so good. Oh well, it is what it is. We'll keep trying. Oh, come on. You're doing a multi-target attack? It's like the 1 turn I didn't want you to do that. Oh, dear. That's pretty bad. My plan was to immobilize this Night Demon this turn, and now that's really gone out the window. I can't do that at all now. What's the plan here now, then? The plan remains probably the same. What are the imps doing? They're moving 1. Need to survive for 12 turns? No, need to kill everything. Well, it's happened. I can't do anything about it. I think I might just... I feel like we've already learned where we've gone wrong. So, you know, I'm happy to just maybe play a few more rounds and see how it would pan out. But then I think we know what we should have done, which is absolutely... There's some cards that absolutely should have had. Misplaced our shadows like a little bit at the beginning as well. Like, I thought I was going to be teleporting around, but actually the tempo of this scenario is not to teleport around. That was a wrong conclusion. Like I thought, oh cool, yeah, I'll probably go over here, I'll teleport here, kill. No, that's not what you do at all. You stay in the middle and you just hunker down. You do a crack heart. You crack heart the hell out of this scenario. Abuse the obstacles, funnel enemies into awkward positions, hit them with ranged attacks, melee attacks. You just crack heart them. That's what you do. So I'm just going to move 2 and now use Forceful Spirits. So we'll attack number 1 for 2, 3, so he's dead. And then on number 5, Curse. Oh, that's not rolling. Whoops. Yep, that's not rolling. Alright, so now number 5 is going to attack me with disadvantage. 3. 3, and then on the objective, 3. For 2. Okay. Not dead. Uh, 8. I'm too passive on this one. Yeah, I think I was expecting to pull the trigger. And I haven't positioned my shadows very well, and actually I don't... Like, my game plan was that I was going to be jumping around. I wasn't going to be... I didn't want to be passive, but I think passive is actually the way to play this. I just didn't bring the right cards in order for me to be passive. I kind of bought the right cards for me to be zipping around the place. And it's not going to happen. The enemies actually spawn a bit too fast, I think. The good thing is as well is that, you know, they are very slow moving. It'll take them a long time to get to me. But I think crack heart in the hell out of this scenario is going to be the way to win it. To be honest, I might just reset it now. I think we just reset it now. I mean, I've earned like 1 XP. We've learned exactly what the scenario is trying to do. There's no point really playing on. I'm looking at my cards and thinking, there's a few here that might really help me out, but there's not that many. I've got a few little things that could... I've got some things up my sleeve, but I don't have that much. And I'm about to have elite night demons bearing down on me as well. So I feel like now would be the right time to just say, okay, I think we roughly get the tempo of this. Gain more XP and reset. I don't want to gain more XP, because I want to retire my characters at the same time. So actually, this is perfect opportunity for me to stop. I've earned 1 XP, done nothing more. Then if I earn, say, 10 XP in the next time, then we know we've still got 1 more scenario, and then we'll be a little bit closer to that drifter. I just don't really want to retire way in front of my drifter. So yeah, I think we'll reset. The good news with this scenario as well is it's really fast to reset, because it's just like, okay, take that off, take these guys off. There you go, reset. How quick it is to reset the scenario. So 1 here, 1 here. Back to round 1. New battle goal, and that's it. We're good to go again. We got to start here though. And I'm going to adjust my cards a little bit, because I did not end up doing what I thought I was going to do. And I think I can actually probably play Call to the Abyss and Eclipse. I think I actually have the capacity to play them both. Because with such a short scenario, why the heck not? Okay, so let's get our cards back. We will... kill a bunch of these off. What do we have? 5 and 3. Playing on the +1 difficulty as well was fun with the drifter, but this one might be a little bit more out of range of us. So cards that just didn't end up doing as much as I thought they were going to do. Definitely the summon. Summon is gone. Summon is get out of here. You did not do anything in this scenario. Teleporting did not ever really come into play. Aside from a 96 initiative at some point, which might be nice. This card absolutely was garbage. So we will not be playing that. Forceful Spirit still seems very good. And it has a teleport on the bottom. You know, Wave of Anguish, actually, with the moving of the shadows around a little bit there, kind of worked all right. So, and also the top will work for us. We just need to get enough shadows down first. Call to the Abyss, I think I'm going to play the top. Fluid Knight. Fluid Knight was a bit meh, I would say. Because well, but then if I'm going to be playing... I think if I'm going to be playing one of these good cards, then maybe I just keep it. Bring in Fleeting Dusk. Yeah, I think we just go ham, right? Ritual Sacrifice is an interesting one. But I feel like the 13 initiative is just a lifesaver. But I don't think that the top is actually very good. It might come into play a little bit later, like with the final demons, maybe. Try to set up Wave of Anguish and Lingering Rot. Seems like it would clear out most enemies. Yeah, I think so. That's exactly right. I just need like 2 kind of combos. I think I prefer Fleeting Dusk to Lingering Rot. Just because Lingering Rot is, like... This doesn't remove the shadow. This does. And for all intents and purposes, attacking for 3 with my Muscle Potion, most likely, is probably going to be enough. Because the wound is going to take a point of damage. So that's going to be basically like attacking for 4. And then Wave of Anguish would be the finisher. Ritual Sacrifice could be good because they have the funnel to your shadows. It's good attack that doesn't remove shadows. It is, but it's very single. That's my problem with it, right? I'm targeting cards at the moment that are just like one target. Like, hey, I'm going to attack one thing. Like, well, I feel like I need to be attacking more than one thing more often than not. That's my concern. Yeah, attacking one thing isn't really going to cut it. I mean, I could get rid of Fluid Knight instead. Because that does just attack one thing. It creates dark, which is not even necessarily a good thing. This could easily be as good as Fluid Knight. Let's go Ritual Sacrifice. We'll keep it. We'll get rid of Fluid Knight. Feels weird. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now we've got wombo combos now. We are wombo comboing crazy. We've got 3 ridiculous AoEs, plus we've got just Call to the Abyss. Like, we're just gonna go ham. We'll just see. Right, we'll go the complete opposite end of the spectrum to last run through. Last run through, we played conservative. We were kind of waiting for the perfect opportunity. This one, we're not going to do that. We're going to, as soon as we see an opportunity to maybe hit like 3 things with something, bam, we'll just burn a card. Bam, attack 3 things. Let's just go. And see if we can, like, if we just go super aggressive, burn several cards very early on, see how that goes. That's what I think we need to do. Okay, good. Reset. So turn 1. Now we know exactly where we want all of our shadows. We're going to play Eclipse. And to be honest, I think I'll probably play Fleeting Dusk as well. We'll just be able to get a good mix of stuff in. All right. Imps doing nothing. I think Imps doing nothing is pretty good. They can generate an element of my choice. I mean, I'm making dark anyway. I think light is counter to night demons, but I don't think it's going to matter right now. But I should probably remember that if these guys create a random element, probably create light, because I think that can curse or model up the night demons. Anger to their bottom near the spawns will destroy the imps on one side since they are slow. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but then they have this card, right? The heal oneself. I did think it would be quite good, but I can only play it a little bit. And I can probably only get 1 or 2, maybe, wounded. And then if they pull this, it's like a little bit of a... I feel like, again, it's too passive. Like, that was what I was kind of envisioning maybe doing last time. I actually didn't bring the card, and I should have. But that was kind of like the angle that I was thinking last time. Was, okay, let's let that happen. And I just didn't pull it off right. And I just felt like it's maybe a bit too slow. Maybe not. So our go, we're going to go... actually, should I start here? Is here better to start? Because I'm just thinking I can probably get it into there. No, I think that's fine. I was thinking, like, I want to try and get it, like, almost into their spawn. And that's kind of hard. Also, I shouldn't be afraid to use the obstacles as actually legit places to hide my shadows. Because in terms of getting adjacent, putting a shadow on an obstacle is going to have much better opportunity for me to get that than anything else. But now we kind of gum this one a little bit up here as well. Eclipse gets burned. It's dark. Okay, so that's the end of round 1. I don't do anything until round 3. Now I think it's a case of just moving them all, right? And probably playing Call to the Abyss top and moving them all. Just trying to get things into a really nice spot. Like around this rock here would be great because they're all going to end up kind of congregating around this rock. This rock here is going to be good, as well as just maybe getting one a little bit further in. This rock here where I've got one now is also great. So let's go 82. Doesn't really matter for the purposes of what they're doing. So they're moving 0. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this. I guess it's good because at least it will gum up more of them together. But round 3 is Night Demons, so we'll play Black Barrage, I think. So move all shadows up to 2 hexes. So yeah, I really like this spot. I like this spot. I like this spot. And I kind of just like that spot anyway. I'm not going to move it off there. I think that's a good spot. Then we're going to play Call to the Abyss. So now, whenever we perform an attack, we can designate a target with our token. And if it dies, we get to shadow drop in its hex or an adjacent hex. So Call to the Abyss will hopefully allow us to still burn cards and get rid of shadows, but then put more shadows back onto the board. Now, this could be a way that we do our mastery. This could be a really good scenario for doing your mastery. Okay, so that's round 2. So on to round 3. So we get 1 normal Night Demon on B and D. 5 and 1. So this round is one where we probably want to go late. Again, we are just kind of being a little bit cheeky. Just a little bit. I think I want to go late here. This is like an interesting one where I'm just kind of, I'm feeling it out. Will I get an opportunity to use Ritual Sacrifice on something? Maybe. These warped tiles really do my head in. I kind of hope that the Night Demons go a bit early and move towards me here. Okay. Oh, and those guys are moving too. Actually perfect for us. Then the imps are going to move for 2. So start to congregate around here. So now I'm going to try and have a bit of a go on this Night Demon. I'm having a go. Move 3. 1, 2. Poison up the Night Demon. Number 5. And then we're going to hit him for Ritual Sacrifice. So So it's going to be attack of 3 because of the shadow 4 and the poison 5. So we'll attack him for 5. Ooh, I need to shuffle my deck. Hang on. Six. 6 damage to Mr. Night Demon. Not too shabby. So that's the end of that round. So now we're on to round number 4. No summons yet. Next round we have... Next round is like the scary round with all the imps. I say scary. They're not that scary, but... we put a lot of power on the board. Oh, I should have marked this guy too, by the way. Whoopsie. You, sir, have been marked. We know he's marked. So this turn I've got a pretty nice one as well. No dark, which would have been good. But I could actually use Vengeful Storm here. And I could try and attack both him and the imp here. Use the 18 initiative. Use this to move back. Maybe move these a little bit. I like that a lot. That's a really good turn. Go away, Google. So we're going to go on 18 here. I like this plan a lot. Got the boots to go on 8 if we need it, but the Night Demons could still get before us. Okay. That's fine. So they're moving 1. I mean, do I want to attack both of them, or do I honestly just attack? Kind of spicy, really. Do I want to take a hit here? Or do I want to just drop back a little bit? Kill the Night Demon. Get a nice little drop. Or do I want to potentially attack? I'd be poisoned. Poison's really bad here because I can't really do anything about the poison. I don't want to be poisoned. I really don't want to be poisoned. Poison would be very bad for me. Did I advance the round? I didn't advance the round, did I? I need to spawn the things. Oh, it's really annoying this hasn't reset the rounds down here. I didn't advance the round, right? Nine, 10, 1. Should we 1 here? 2. Don't be poisoned then. I'm gonna not be poisoned. Ten, 9, 1, 2. Yeah, probably best to avoid the poison. I think I agree. I think the poison is the thing that could, like, is the silent killer. So what I will do then is I will use Wave of Anguish here to move 2. And then I will use Vengeful... I need to move shadows, right? So if I move this shadow to here... Happy with that. Imp on a rock. Oh. That was a wild ride. He's having the time of his life. So we'll attack for 3 here. On to Night Demon number 5. He's poisoned. Yeah, we'll just go for it. Hopefully we don't miss. Nice. So he dies and drops a shadow, either in his hex or an adjacent hex. I think adjacent is fine. Like, just to try and intersperse things a little bit. Getting it closer to the imps that are going to inevitably spawn this way is probably for the best. So he dies. Drops the loot. That is all good in my book. Now 5 is the maximum amount of shadows that we can have out, so... Oh, baby. This one's coming up. So next round, this one. Round after, that one. And then... We're going to have to short rest to make that happen, but it's going to be absolutely worth it. And then that should be imps dead. Should be. Imps, get out of town. Don't want to hear anything about you. We're through. Okay. They're done. Night Demon, 3. Keep him nice and close to this as well. Next round, round 6. So we have to short rest, I think. And it doesn't really matter which of the 2 we use. So my plan here would be to use Lingering Rot with the Power Potion, because that gives us an attack of 4 with advantage. We'll use the Muscle Potion for both of these attacks, but that would give us advantage. And +1. So hopefully we draw a couple of +1s, which kills them, which makes that nice and quick. If we then use just the wound one, we don't necessarily need the power potion. We just need the advantage, because wound also is a point of damage if we draw a +1. So we use the power potion with the poison one. We don't use the power potion with the wound one. Oh, oh no. I mean, do we need it anymore? Ugh. The thing is we're gonna kill all of the imps, like all of them. And then we're gonna have an elite black imp, 2 elite black imps and 2 elite demons and 1 regular demon left. Wave of Anguish doesn't remove the shadows, so you could do bigger. That's very true. Okay. Oh, all right, with Ritual Sacrifice. I mean, that is our best initiative. So in terms of breaking initiatives on the Night Demons, maybe a bit of a big deal. '20 initiative. Is 20 initiative going to be good enough here? Yeah. Orb's going to have to tank. Okay, we got it. We got it. So, Lingering Rot. Here we go, baby. Doing it from here. So we're attacking for 3. But before we do that, Muscle Potion, Power Potion. Okay. So, Imp number 1. For 4. 5. That's dead. I guess it doesn't matter if we mark these, right? Yeah, because we've already got 5 out, which is a bit unfortunate. So I don't think we can, because we can't generate them, because we perform the attacks, then we remove the shadow. So unfortunately, we can't combo it with Call to the Abyss quite. And then 2. Dead. +2 gets it done.
Wow.
Wow. Then number 3. Show me green, baby! Only green. Boom.
Now that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. All right, there it is. That's what we needed. Nice. Love it. Then our other card is going to be this. Yeah, I know, Chucky, I can do that. I do it sometimes and I don't do it other times. I quite like the I quite like the satisfaction of tapping their health down to 0, you know? It pleases me greatly. All right. Move 1 shadow up to 4 hexes. So the plan is to set this up. So that's already in the right place. I could just throw a shadow at the... I could honestly just throw a shadow at the Night Demon here and do some damage, right? Sort of feels like there's no harm in that. So he's going to take 3. Because also I'm going to generate a bunch of shadows next turn anyway. So... Oh, he's not dead. You are definitely dead. 1, 2, 3. Can't I get 1 shadow from the last attack there? Not sure, honestly asking. I don't... The way that Lingering Rot is worded, I would say no. It says that we perform the attacks as if we were occupying a hex with a shadow, then remove the shadow. The then remove the shadow, to me, implies that that's like the final thing that you do. I don't know. It'd be an interesting one for the FAQ, but like the way that I would interpret the card is that I get to perform all the attacks. I do all of that. Then after I finish performing all the attacks and resolving them, I then remove the shadow, right? But I mean, I could see that maybe, like, are we classifying performing the attack as performing all the way through, or are we classifying performing the attack as like declaring target? You know, like where does that line draw? Because if you say, well, I'm performing the attack now. I haven't drawn my card yet, but I'm performing the attack. You know, I've designated the target, if you like. Then, yeah. But I felt like that's like the spirit of the card is not to do that. The spirit of the card to me would be, this is a powerful card. Do all of this stuff, and it's meant and worded in a way so that Call to the Abyss doesn't trigger. Like that's the way that I would kind of feel it. Yeah, you're not sure either. It feels like you could. Yeah, like I could see people going a different direction with it for sure. Okay. Well, we're doing pretty well, chat. We're doing pretty well with this. The only thing that could go terribly wrong now is if those goddamn imps decide to shield next turn. Never say never, I guess. So he's going to go there, and he's going to attack the orb for 3, 4. Got to be careful that the orb just doesn't randomly die to like 1 attack from a from a Night Demon. Oh, he drew a ×2. Attack 6 ×2. There you go. Oh, shoot. Right, so these guys are going to go 1, 1, 1. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Come to me, my pretties. All right, next round. Round 7. Elite Black Imp on A and C. Let's see. 8 and 6. 6 and 8. Okay. So this is where we go for the Fleeting Dusk play. And this one, we could generate quite a lot of shadows, right? Do I think 28 is good enough initiative here? And then maybe lowering it to 18 if I need to? Yeah, maybe. I feel like I'm also going to play a card that allows me to move a shadow just in case something kind of weird happens here. I mean, if they shield up, then that's pretty bad for me. I'll have to pick... If they do shield up, I am blown out. My turn is completely blown out, so that might be a bit of a problem. How many cards are in their discard right now? Wow, they've just shuffled. So, I mean, it's like a 1 in 8, right? Take them odds. Okay, so Night Demon's going to go. He's going to attack for 5 and make dark. This is getting a little bit scary. I'm going to move over to the other side to tank now, I think. I think I'm going to have to. I don't want this taking too many hits. You know, now we're in Night Demon draws ×2, lose the game territory, which I do not like. Okay. Deathwalk time. So, Fleeting Dusk. So we're going to use this one here. Isn't there one normal imp too much in the app? Quite possibly. I always forget to get rid of them. It should only be... Yeah, number 3 is dead. Number 3 is dead. Oh, should I do it, Shocky? I don't know. Okay. So yeah, I feel unsatisfied now. Right, attack for 3 with strengthen and wound. So let's start on number 5. And I'll just mark these targets as I go. So I'm going to mark number 5. +1 and a wound. So that is 4 damage and a wound. Oh, they're healing. It's actually kind of bad for me, huh? Now it would have been like if I'd done the wound one last time and done the poison one this time, that could have been a big difference, but the elites are unfortunately going to heal one of these guys up. It really depends on the ordering of the standees. Number 9. +1 and a curse. Oh, do they have... I think they have 2 curses in because I didn't take the curse out for when we reset. You would have thought that when I clicked restart scenario, it would have wiped everything, but it doesn't seem to have done that at all. 10. Because I don't think I've drawn that twice yet. Oh, well, there you go. There's another one. So +1. See, look how good that would have been if they hadn't drawn their heal this turn. Oh, beautiful. I mean, it's still going to kill a bunch of them. So... we're going to have a bunch of tiebreakers for when it's going to heal, right? Oh, heal tiebreakers are going to come into play here. Not a big fan of that. It's going to gain an XP. That one doesn't remove. Now we've got Black Barrage to either move to, or I could just move myself, which I think I'm gonna do. I need to tank a little bit, so I'm gonna move over here. Soak up some of this this damage. 9 should have wound. Do I not put wound on? Thank you very much. See, the problem that I'm gonna have is as soon as I advance this now, they're all gonna die. when that's technically not what's going to happen. It actually is a little bit annoying. I could turn it off here, I think, with automatically apply wound. Because it can be really annoying. Automatic apply conditions, I think, is the one. Right, so now if we finish our turn. Good, they didn't all just randomly die. Okay. So number 6, what are they doing? Moving for 2. So 1, 2. Okay, number 8. 1, 2. Right, heal tiebreakers. Because he is technically within range of 3 things. And I can't remember. I mean, usually it is the one missing the most health. Then I don't know if the second tiebreaker is proximity. Or if it is like standee number for like purposes of breaking ties. So, you know, like this is quite a rare rules thing to come up. Ambiguous, you thought? Could be. I mean, with most of these things, often it's not really worth you looking up the rule. Just like, if it's ambiguous, just make a ruling. Don't hold your game up too much. But I am actually genuinely intrigued. Okay. Additional triggers, elements, abilities. Heal. Heal. Okay, that does not say. I guess we want to find out focus. Monster movement. Monster attacks. Other monster abilities. Heal abilities. The monster heals itself or an ally within a specified range. It always targets the monster within range that has the greatest difference between its current and maximum hit point values. So I guess by going by that logic then, it is ambiguous, right? The monster heals itself or an ally within a specified range. It always targets the monster within range that has the greatest difference between its current and maximum hit point values. It does not say anything about standee numbers or initiative breaking any ties, unless it says it's somewhere else. Yeah, so I choose. Yeah, 100% ambiguous. Perfect. Well, I choose number 10 then. Of course I choose number 10. So number 10. Okay, so that's all that done then. So now we need the regulars to go. So number 5's going to go. He's going to drop a shadow because I marked him, and he's going to drop a loot token. Number 9's going to go. Drop a shadow. No, doesn't drop a shadow. Drops a loot token though. Number 10 is going to move. This is 2. Oh, wait, 2. And, oh, can heal the Night Demon, actually. That's a bit frustrating. It's going to heal the Night Demon for 2. Dang it, I was going to kill the Night Demon next turn. This is going to make it a little bit tougher. Okay. Right, next round. Round number 8. Do we get anything? Round number 8? I think we do, right? No, because number 7 was the elites. Yeah. So next, just 10 now. Just 10 now. All them loots, and no time to get them. Is now a really good time to to do a Wave of Anguish? It kind of is an okay time to do Wave of Anguish, because I can target 3 things, which I think 3 is the magic number in this. 3, that's the magic number, you know? Do we have Dark Up as well? We do. Ooh. Actually, I could absolutely destroy the Night Demon. I think that's the play. Ooh, yeah, I can. I think I want to move some shadows a little bit, maybe. No more spawn. We have 2 elite Night Demons. We have 2 elite Night Demons on the round 10. So, a couple of rounds. Yeah, I really, really like trying to use Dominate on the Night Demon here. Because we can give ourselves advantage and potentially just get a +1. That's 7. I mean, we've drawn a lot of +1s though. I feel like we're about due to shuffle our deck. Why is our deck shuffled actually? Did we draw? Oh, we drew a miss, right? We drew a +1 curse and a miss in the last round. Yeah. Okay, well that's fine. We're back on to draw more +1s. Love it. Dom in 8 is old news. Use Dom in 9. I like it. I only need it to be Dom in 7 though. Okay, I think I go 29 and I use this. I mean, this is a little bit risky, but I can tank a hit if I need to. And I've got my boots. Give it to me. Oh, he's gonna turn the dark into dark. Okay, well that's fine. I mean, to be honest, I might not even consume the dark now. I might not even need to. I probably should though. Okay, so we're gonna be attacked for 4 here, with disadvantage by the Night Demon, because you know Night Demons. Five. Kind of glad that ×2 is at least not landed though. Then we're going to take a damage, and so is the objective here from the other effect. And then they're going to consume dark to make dark. Because, you know, that's kind of what they do. Now we have Dominate. So I think I do it anyway. And consume the dark to add the disarm, just because it takes the dark off the table. Because they're going to do a multi-target as well if I don't use the dark, right? Yeah, they are. So I should definitely use the dark here. So we'll consume the dark. I'll use Spyglass to give myself advantage, because it just feels like this is probably a good opportunity to do that. And because if we draw a +1, we get him dead. So yeah, we consume that. It's gonna get us an XP. Whoop. And we're attacking from this spot. +1. Miss. Okay, well, I mean, I guess the spyglass did its job. Flushed out the miss. So you're dead. This goes away. Oh, I marked him though, so we get another one. And we'll place it adjacent.
Nice.
To him. That goes there. Then I have Wave of Anguish to move at 2 and potentially move some stuff around, which I think I might do. Do I want to be cursed and poisoned? Not really. I think I can let the... I think I'm going to move the other side here. Doop, doop. And then I don't have to worry about getting this cursed. And I think the objective can tank a hit of 1, right? Now let's move these shadows around a little bit. I'm kind of conscious that the night demons are coming. Night demons are coming. Night demons are elites and will move very, very fast. Having said that, maybe well, no, because they're moving in a second, aren't they? Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. I'm happy with that, I think, positioning-wise. Remember, I can lose cards to save it if I can only do that once, though, right? Once. You can lose 1 card from your hand or 2 from your squad to negate 1 source of damage to the glowing orb. I'm allowed to do that 1 time. I'm done. I don't think I've been managing my focus very well on this side of the board. I think I've now gone to the de facto thinking they're always going this way, and actually, sometimes they're going to try and get to this hex. So, an attack of 1. Right, good job, objective. Hang on in there, buddy. Round 9, folks. Round 9. So I have a pretty nice turn here, actually. I have Vengeful Storm top to hopefully just kill this guy. My plan is to save this, the bottom of this, for a really impactful turn as well. Try and get both a stun and wound. Like, if I can potentially get, get this to trigger off or something, I feel like that could be really good. That's not a scenario limit, that's just restating. Unless it says you can do it once. Huh? Yeah, it doesn't say I can do it once, but well, it says once. Maybe you're right. Maybe I can do it multiple times. I guess it's not a good idea, though. Like, you really don't want to do it too much. Because, I mean, I've already burned half my hand. So... Probably not great to do it too often. All right. Wait, where's that night demon gone? You're dead. Wait a minute. Okay, well, I mean, I don't think I want to do it more than once, though, anyway. Because I feel like I would... You know, you do it if you were going to lose the scenario, but let's... I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to have that many cards in my hand once I short rest. I've burned cards like crazy. So we're in round 9 now. Did I move that? Can you guys still see that? I think I moved that down below there, below the camera. Basically, it means you're losing, lol. Yeah. Okay. So Vengeful Storm, top. We won't consume any... Yeah, there's no point consuming a shadow here, I don't think. Want to keep the shadows where they are. We'll attack this little guy here, and we'll mark him. 0, so that's an attack of 3. Has 3 health. 1, 2, 3. Down he goes. Places in a shadow adjacent. We'll put one there. I think that's probably a better spot because it covers this one as well as this one. So that is that. Teleport to a hex with a shadow or adjacent to a shadow. I don't think I really want to do that. I don't really want to move. Do I want to move 2? No, I think I'm good, right? I think I'm just good. I'm just good, man. Okay. All right, well, this is the one then. Next round, round 10. Last spawn, 2 elite night demons. The fact that we don't have the disadvantage rule is huge. If they put the disadvantage rule on this, I think it would be... I can see why there would be like a lot of RNG. And I can also see why some people said, oh yeah, in our playthrough, like, it feels impossible. And someone else would be like, oh, the enemies didn't even attack me. It was easy. If you're really good at the Deathwalker and you use all of these burns like very aggressively, it's actually like kind of a fun scenario because you're just going crazy. It reminds me like playing Lightning Bolt and just kind of going full mad. Like I'm gonna glass hammer, resolute stand. I'm gonna do all of that shenanigans and I don't know if that's going to make me win or not, but I'm going to do it anyway, and we'll see what happens. Like, that's what this kind of like, this play style kind of reminds me of. It's fun, like, just to see how far you can push things before it breaks. Is it D? It's B and D. So 2 and 4. I mean, these guys are no joke. 15 health. It's going to be at least 2 attacks, maybe 3. You know. So, I could long rest here. Long resting here is an interesting proposition. If I do, the chances are that I get hit by an imp. If I get cursed, that's annoying. That is annoying. But if I just get poisoned, I'm going to be healing anyway. If I short rest, like what's the game plan if I short rest? I could probably use Wave of Anguish. I probably could use Wave of Anguish. Because by the time I could go kind of late, and by the time the Night Demons have moved, the chances are they're within range of a shadow, and then we just kind of go for it. I could try and assassinate an imp. 44 HP on the field. You thought we had this safe. Oh no, this is where the scenario gets very tight, right? Very, very tight. So I mean, realistically, I should be targeting the imps here, I think. Imps because they're the most pressing threat. They're most likely going to attack the orb this round. So how do I deal with the imps? Well, I can attack one of them for 6. And maybe draw a +1, 7. It's not too bad. And in fact, I could even use Restless Spirits to like chop another one. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. That's a really good turn. But I'd have to short rest and not get rid of either of those 2 cards. Or I long rest, play it safe, then next turn go for that. But the problem is then I have Night Demons up in my grill. I've got 1 turn of the Night Demons not really being a problem. Most likely. Unless, of course, they draw their non-move card, which is possible. But it's pretty likely that within 2 turns I've got a Night Demon in my face. So I think I have to short rest. Irony, I win then retire. I don't have quite enough XP yet, right? I think we needed to get 15. We got 1 from the previous. I might end up with 10 by the end of this, I would say. Maybe 10. It's certainly not going to be more than 10. I'd be shocked if I end with more than 10 XP. I think the card that I want to get rid of here is Black Barrage. That would be great. Doesn't really do anything. Except give me a weighted net usage, maybe. I think I'd rather use Forceful Storm for that. But either of those 2 cards would be fine to lose, I think. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. That's an attack 6. I've honestly got to think, like, if any of my other cards, like... It's a free 3. I have to redraw. I have to redraw on that, I think. I think I have to redraw that. Forceful Spirits. Not the best one to lose, but I'll take it. We'll take a point of damage. But, yeah, I think that lucked out. Kind of fine. Scary times now, though. Oh, no, that's not what you wanted to see. Well, could I maybe delay my turn now? No. Oh, man. Well, I suppose at least I can disarm one of them now, right? Oh, actually, I could disarm a Night Demon. I could attack a Night Demon for 6. Actually, maybe this is fine. This could be fine. See ya, Maya. Thanks, buddy. Well, anyway, they do this. They heal. They make an element. I gonna say dark. because at least then I could maybe use it. So, yeah, these are the two cards that we have. Kind of, ugh. So obviously, this is like pure damage, so it's pretty good. But I think just getting an attack 6 on one of the Night Demons now would probably be more beneficial, really. Which is what I think I'll probably do. So I think I'll move this one to here with Restless Spirits. And I think I will attack for 6, Consume the Dark to add Disarm. And an XP. And just attack this guy, number 2, for 6. Seven. We'll put my little marker on him, but I'll probably change that anyway. Disarm is always nice too. Yeah, but he gets to remove it because he's not doing anything this round, which is the kind of... That's the sucky thing. That's why I was thinking maybe I could use my boots to go after. Because if I use my boots to go after there, then I could disarm him for next round, which obviously buys me a lot of time. But unfortunately not, because I can't... 10, it does not do it. You know, if I'd played my cards the other way around, still wouldn't have mattered. So, you know, it's fine. We just got countered a little bit by the 5. It's not the worst time we've ever been countered by a 5, so... Is it a move 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is quite good because it sets me up here nicely for what I want to do on my next turn. Actually, I think I probably do it to the other side. Yeah, I think I do. Okay. Okay, next round, technically round 11, but, you know, it doesn't really matter now. Rounds no longer matter. We just need to kill everything and get out. So I think Vengeful Storm bottom here. It is a burn, but this is going to be, you know, potentially hugely impactful. Wound and stun these two here. Potentially immobilize this guy with the net. Get him pretty low. Then I've just got 1 imp to worry about. There is a burn though, so if I do that, then I've burned this. Then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have 4 cards. And I'm going to have to short rest, so I'll have 3. So I'll basically only have 2 rounds left. Man. Oh boy. It's going to come down to the wire, chat, but I don't know. They've got so much health. This guy's got 15 health. I can stun and wound him. That gets him down to 13. I can attack him for 3. Well, I can attack him for like 6. But I've got so little health right now. My worry is that this turn feels very like, oh, we're not doing anything. Like, we're like stalling a turn out. Are the demons due for a fast initiative? Probably. No, they're shuffled. Wow. But yes. They're shuffled, but yes. The other option to do here would be to use Vengeful Storm top and attack 3 things. Or use Black Barrage to move everything in. The problem with that, though, is that I'm not going to kill anything. You know, I'm going to attack a bunch of stuff for 3. Everything's got, you know, even if I draw ×2 on an imp, it still survives. So nothing dies, and then we lose. So this round very much needs some control, which I can do. But then how do I follow that up? With maybe Wave of Anguish next turn? Hopefully killing the imp, killing this Night Demon, this imp, leaving me an imp and a Night Demon. But then I have no turns. Yikes. It's just a super brutal end. I felt like we had this in the bag. I felt very confident, but then we burned just like 1 too many cards or something. Our stamina has just gotten away from us. If we had a stamina potion now, my god. Stamina potion would be clutch. Would buy us a whole round. But I had to go and sell it, didn't I? Okay, we do the bottom of Vengeful Storm. We stun these 2. We use Black Barrage to immobilize this guy. That's pretty much negates the round apart from 1 imp. Who can kind of do whatever they want, really. Then on the turn afterwards, I do a Wave of Anguish. But I don't have great initiative for that. And we have to short rest. That burns another card. So then I've only got 1 more round after that. So I've either got 3 or 4 turns, depending on when I play Wave of Anguish. I guess we just have to do it and just see it through. Hope that we draw a ×2 on a really opportunistic draw. Draw a ×2 on a Wave of Anguish flip. Enemy draws the curse in a key spot, maybe. Don't think I can long rest at all. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's funny because if I was playing on like normal difficulty here, not +1, we probably would have had it. Although I feel like we killed everything else regardless of that pretty well. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's a draw. Okay. Night demons aren't doing anything. Okay. Okay. That frees us up massively. I now don't need to play the stun. So now I can use the top of Vengeful Storm. And I can attack a bunch of stuff this turn pretty freely, I think. Getting a lot of stuff down will be really useful. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll use the top of Vengeful Storm. Remove any numbers of shadows within range 3 of yourself. Each shadow removed, give myself +1 target and 1 XP. I can also use Black Barrage as my other one, so I can move something a bit closer if I want. Which I think makes sense.
Yeah, boy. A little bit spicy.
I mean, I can attack everything here, but I'd have to remove every single shadow. Apart from one. And I won't kill anything, which means that I won't get, like, some crazy good flip. Like, sorry, when I say flip, I mean like on Wave of Anguish. Because I'll use up all of my shadows, and then I'll have Wave of Anguish, and I won't even be able to use it. Hey, Charles the Tank. Hey, thank you so much, buddy, for gifting 5 subs to the community. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate that. That is incredibly kind of you. Guards and Pog Frogs, Pog Toads in chat for Charles the Tank. That is very kind of you. Make sure to thank Charles if you did get a sub. Welcome. Auron, Banker, Reniki, King Charles, Sigardo. Thank you so much, guys. Welcome in. That is very, very kind of you, Charles. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, buddy. Very, very kind of you. Maybe hit 2 of them. I think we can maybe hit more than 2 of them. I don't know. What do we think? I mean, like, I'm not... Like, the thing is with Wave of Anguish is a burn. But it doesn't use up the things. I'm not going to get many opportunities to hit the Night Demons with a ranged attack right now, am I? Next turn, they're going to be like, doo-doo-doo, here we come. Maybe I remove like 3 of them. Leave this one for the stun. Because I have to short rest again. So... I feel like that makes sense, right? We just about justify that? Do we just about justify that? I think so. Yeah, that works. I think that works. Now, in terms of who we target, the imps are like the soft targets here. Obviously, we attack this guy because he's on 8. So any way we could get him a little bit lower, I think, is pretty good. So first attack, then we will. So we're going to gain 3 XP. Uh-oh. Now, hang on. If we remove 3, we can target 4 things, right? Am I being dumb? Because it's +1 target, right? So if we remove 3 shadows, we can target all 4 things. Because we get 1 free target, right? Yeah, so I can attack all 4. Now this is great. I can tackle 4. I'm just being stupid. Okay. So let's attack. I guess I should attack the imps first. Because I probably want to mark them. Because if I attack for 3 and I guess I can't kill anything. Even if I draw a ×2. Yeah, I guess I don't kill anything, so that's fine. Well, let's do the Night Demon then. So attack a 3. 6. Ooh, who is it? Other Night Demon? We shuffle that back in. 3. Number 6. Come on, baby. I mean, they're going to be 2 attacks anyway, so can't get too disheartened. Number 8. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. Now it's looking like I stun the back 2. Tank that demon. Do 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 do. Oh no, it's an attack of 3. Disadvantage. Man, I could just die here. Oh, hang on, I should have immobilized one of them, right? I think I want to immobilize this one. Because he's going to move away from the shadow. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll take this disadvantage. Okay. Other one immobilized. So I just lose to an early Night Demon card, right? I also short rest on 1 HP. Let's hope I don't get the one card that I need. I don't know if Wave of Anguish even gets it done. Retroactively +0 difficulty. How much health would they have if we were playing one less difficulty? How much? Not enough shadows for Wave of Anguish, probably? Yeah, I need 2 more. Maybe 1 more. In the right place. Yeah, you're right, Charles. Okay, short rest, short rest, short rest, short rest. Okay, it's Black Barrage. It's not one we need. I would love the objective to tank here. Can I run away? I don't think I can. This is crazy, dude. This is such like a tight end to the scenario. I am so close to winning this scenario. I can't tell you how close I am to winning this. I am like, I'm going to be 1 card away. 1 attack away. 1... I could feel it in my waters. There's a way to win here. But it is, I need so many things to go my way that I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I think I need this side here. I can stun and kind of keep that going. I can then do a big damage attack to something here. I kind of need the imps to do nothing this round. Yeah, imps to do nothing would work. Bearing in mind they have curses in their deck as well. They do have curses in their deck. But they have shuffled. It says they've got 21 cards. Should they not have more curses than that? Dude, I swear I put 2 in. Did they draw a curse at some point? Sus. If I sneakily added a card to my hand, no one would notice. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I have thought about that in certain scenarios. I've been like, you know, you guys probably... I mean, the thing is that somebody on YouTube would absolutely point it out. Someone on YouTube would see it and go, oh, no, 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 no. I see what you did there. You only had this many cards and then suddenly some random card turned up. They should have 3 curses. I feel like they should have more than 1, at least, but... I can't remember if they drew it or not. It's kind of hard to retroactively add that, huh? Well, I think I know what needs to be done. I kind of need the Night Demons to draw either the same card they just drew. Was that a shuffle? No. No dark. Okay, I need the imps to draw their shield. Create dark. I go after them. Use the dark to disarm one of the Night Demons. Easy. Easy. Not even close. Yeah, right after I drew one, I drew another and then one more. I've definitely drawn... I'm pretty sure I remember drawing 2 curses, but I don't remember them drawing a single curse on an attack. I don't want to cheese it, though. Like, I don't know. I can't remember with any certainty. Maybe I should. I just felt like... I saw the deck number 21. I'm like, that doesn't feel right. Let me add them one more curse in. I'm pretty sure that we did that. I won that at +0 already, a victim of hubris, yeah. Right, we know. Imps, shield. Night demons, later than 18. GG. Nice try. Nice try. Ah, dang it. That's the opposite of what I asked for. Pretty much the exact opposite of what I asked for. Gloomhaven has no respect. Can we just change the cards and be like, oh yeah, this is what we actually got? Well, it is what it is. So he's gonna make dark, attack 4. Yeah, the problem is they take them out of the range now, so. So close too. Look at the 100 bits, dwarf. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. It was not what we were expecting. I mean, I control this curse, right? They've got to give up on the Wave of Anguish plan now. It's so brutal because we absolutely would have won. Well, I say we would have won. We wouldn't absolutely would have won, but we absolutely would have had a chance to win if they hadn't done that. Damn. Okay. What are these imps on? 4 and 3. We'll attack for 6 on number 6. We'll mark him. I mean, actually, could I have maybe done Vengeful Storm there instead? I probably could have, right? I just sort of dejectedly did that. He had like 4 health, right? Okay, maybe I should just flip these cards. Because I can attack them both here. Possibly. Oh, no. Yeah, I could. So I'll remove the shadow and attack him. But I'll remove it with Vengeful Storm top instead of Dominate. So he still dies. Drops that. And then I'll attack this guy as well. He's also dead. Also drop a shadow because I'll mark them as well. Then I gotta move 4, make dark. Gotta hope that like a -2 or a miss or something gets drawn here. I might just move 2 and not make the dark, because the dark may be a little bit irrelevant here. Yeah. Well, I've got 1 turn left. I'm going to have 1 enemy left. That's so annoying. I'm going to have 1 enemy left. Short rest. Actually, I should be there. I should be there. I don't know what I was thinking. Actually, there's a route here where I win. There's actually a route here where I win if I draw ×2, I think. There actually is. If I position myself here. Yeah, there is. There's a route where I win if I just position myself here. Let's try. We gotta draw the ×2. Gotta draw the ×2. Last turn of the game, 2 cards in hand. That's all we got. There is a route. You think I forgot to add the curse on the imp? It died, so I didn't get to add the curse. If enemies die as a result of attacks, negative conditions don't get applied. This is it. If I draw a ×2, it will be the draw of the century. Okay. Restless Spirits, bottom first. Bam. Dies. It's it wasn't marked, so although it says it's marked here, it wasn't marked. I'd mark loads of other stuff. Get ready. We don't have advantage. Wait. Oxys, please don't be cursing me up in here, please. Okay. Attack of 6. Enemy has 12 health. 16 cards. 1 in 16? I like those odds. What's that? I don't know. Can you simplify that? Probably not. I don't know. What's that in a percentage, chat? It's not 10%. It's lower than 10%. It's like 6% or something? No. No, it's probably like 4%. 6.25? I'll take that one. 6.25. All right, for the win. Wait. Oh, wait. Hang on a minute. It's...
Now that's a lot of damage!
Oh, just wanted to check it was in there. Last card. Bottom of the deck. We drew it. We drew it. We drew everything, right? We did it. We did it. We won. Oh, my Lord. Oh, man. I mean, like, the game was like, that is never happening. You are not winning this scenario. We're putting the ×2 on the bottom of the deck. Not happening. Not happening. You're never getting it. Not happening. Who shuffled this? I want to know. I want to hold them personally responsible. Because this is awful. Well done anyway, so close. Yeah, we came like super close. If we were like one difficulty less, we would have won, right? So we would have had enough to just kind of... We would have killed everything a little bit quicker, maybe earlier. We would have probably killed that Night Demon there with that first attack. And yeah, like little things would have happened. You know, I could have used that... I could have used the bottom of Restless Spirits to instead do some damage here, maybe. And that might have been enough. You know, if we had one difficulty less... we would have done it. So I don't know whether or not I will actually try this again. I don't want to spend I don't want to spend like another stream doing this. I want to do like one stream doing the solos. So like, you know, we'll probably just look at the card. We'll probably, you know, just look at the item. I don't feel like we've earned it, so I'm not going to take the item, but we'll look at the item. And, you know, I feel like we had that dialed in as a way to win that scenario. You know, I'm pretty happy putting that out there as like a, hey, this would have been a very viable way to win this scenario if you wanted to play on normal difficulty instead of +1, or, you know, if you maybe just got a little bit of better flips here and there, you know, it would have been very close. Just the stamina potion. Yeah, just the stamina potion. If I had that, that would have made a huge difference. Give me one more turn. Oh no, I was pretty much dead anyway. But yeah, just, you know, the enemy drawing one of those curses that I put into their deck, that would have been nice at some point. You know, little things that would have made it a little bit better, that we would have won. So we were so close to winning. So close to winning, and I don't really want to do another stream dedicated to playing the solo just to say that I've done it when I've come so close, when, you know, we know that the strategy wins. So we'll take a look at the item, but I won't, you know, I'm not going to take the item because I haven't earned it. But we'll talk about it. Where the hell did I put them? Oh, over here. I drew from the wrong side. Oh, I was right. It's a hand item. Right, Shocky, what do you owe me? I won the bet. That wasn't you? Who was it? I said it was you. Someone bet me. I will go back on chat and I will find out who this was. Someone owes me. Oh no, it's too far back. I mean, I can check the logs. Check the logs. Okay, Solon. Place one shadow in an adjacent hex. Create dark. That is actually incredible. I'm kind of a bit gutted that I don't have this item. No, that's amazing. That's such a good item for this character. I mean, like, it's simple, but it just gives you that, giving you that one extra, and also that helps you do the mastery too. Yeah, that's really super sweet. Such a momentum shift for free. Yeah, imagine just placing it out to get just an extra damage with where are you? With Ritual Sacrifice, right? Just like an extra damage with Ritual Sacrifice. It's pretty good. And then you can use that shadow for something else afterwards as well. It's basically just like, I think you can, most of the time, I think you can equate a shadow. This will be interesting. I'm sure someone's probably thought about this a lot more. Probably Grape. He's probably come up with like a value for a shadow. Like, how much is a shadow worth to the Deathwalker? Obviously, some shadows you can consume and they'll give you like +3 attack. Some of them are like already attack 6s or 5s, but you have to consume the shadow. It's like, how much is a shadow worth? A shadow is probably worth somewhere in the region of 3 to 4 damage each shadow. Obviously, some of them can be reused, but they might only give you +1 each time you reuse them. So would you reuse that shadow 3, 4 times, 5 times? Maybe not that many times, but you know, it's interesting to see like, what is the value of a shadow? I mean, my gut feeling says that it's somewhere between 3 and 5. Something like that. It gets lost, right? Yeah, sorry. Whoops, I'll push it up a little bit. Yeah, it's a lost item. Oh yeah, if it was a reusable, it'd be insane. It would be absolutely incredible. It makes dark as well, which is nice, you know? So basically this is doing the duty of a minor element potion or an element potion on top of also just helping you with your shadows, which is just really cool. Really neat. This is better than the Drifters one, for sure. Because the Drifters one, you burn it, you kind of get like an initial bonus, and then you get that token back, and then it's kind of gone. Whereas I feel like with Solar, you could put a shadow down, and that shadow could be around for like 3, 4 rounds. So I think it's better. Reminds you of Smoke Elixir for Eclipse, although not quite as good, especially with how good Invis is in Gloomhaven. Yeah, similar, right? So the problem with Smoke Elixir is it was just too good on everybody. Obviously now we've locked they're locking the items to the different characters, which is, you know, 100% the way to go. Like, you just don't want to, you know, give a character a fun item for them to use solely, and then you don't have to worry about them being balanced. I'd be so annoyed if a character ended up getting a bad solo item because they were worried that it had some unique interaction with another character. It was such the right call to make. And to be honest, retroactively with Gloomhaven, I would play it that way. I mean, but also if you look at Gloomhaven Digital, that's what they did. They made some changes. In fact, one of the changes I actually suggested. So one of my changes got in. But it was... But I think it was like totally the right move to change solo items to be this way. Totally the right move. And I kind of sad that I won't get to use this item for, you know, one scenario and then we retire. But yeah. You don't really get these solo items. Most characters will retire after a few scenarios after obtaining it, right? No, not necessarily, right? Because remember, you can start them from level 5. So once you get to sort of like higher levels, those items you're going to be getting potentially like right away. I mean, if you're coming in, what's the new like creating a character rule? I think it's not quite as broken as it was in. You don't come in quite as high, do you, as you did in Gloomhaven? I don't think. Yeah. Half the current prosperity level rounded up. So yeah, it used to be the prosperity level. Now it's half prosperity level. So if you think about like a lot of characters, like let's say you get to prosperity level, because I'm going to be probably at prosperity level 3 just about when my characters retire, or I'll probably get to prosperity level 3 before they get themselves to level 2. So I'll probably get that little bump. But once you're in the thick of it, and maybe you've got like prosperity level 4 and 5, then suddenly your characters are starting at level 2. It's only 3 levels, and then you are potentially able to do your solo. But yeah, I mean, there is you are right in some ways that solo items are almost like end of build type items, which is why they're usually quite powerful or useful, because they basically just give you a really, really good way of playing your characters. They are meant to be a bit overpowered in that sense, but they are dedicated to your character. So I think that they are considered to be, for the most part, like, you know, end game style items for your character. Of course, some people will get them earlier and will play, you know, they might get them at level 5 and they might play their character all the way up to 10. But yeah, that's the general vibe of solo items, as well as they are completely optional. You know, they're not included in the base game. They are just more of a fun challenge thing added on, which is why I don't usually like to rank them or bring them in. Like, I might do that for Frosthaven when I start doing like my tier lists and stuff, Frosthaven, but it's always a bit awkward to do it with solo items because not everybody has them. Not everybody will be playing the game with access to them. So for me to say, oh yeah, the best hand slot item for the Deathwalker is the Deathwalker solo item. Oh, the best hand item for the Drifter is the Drifter's solo item. Oh, the best, you know, like, it's... Okay, like, duh, of course it is. So, but I think that most of the time people will get them and maybe play with them for a little while, but they are meant as more kind of end game, if you like, when you are getting towards the end of your character's life. Anyway. Depends on the quest as well. Your first character in Gloomhaven went to level 9. Yeah, whereas I feel like in Gloomhaven, I would always go to level 9 with my characters. Just out of principle, really. Like, the way that I played Gloomhaven, and this is not a good way of playing it, by the way, and now that I know what I do, I would not do this, is I decided to not look at any higher level cards. I treated them all as spoilers. And I did this for probably my first 3 characters. I think towards the end of the campaign, after when I was on to like my 4th and 5th character, I think at that point I had decided not to do this. But I remember distinctly for my first 3, at least my first couple of characters, that I did not look at what the level up cards were until I got to that point. I just kept them like separate. I didn't thumb to them in the deck. I just went to the ones that I was allowed to and then put the others aside and didn't look at them. Because I like the idea that every time I leveled up, I would get a little surprise. Like, oh yeah, cool. What's the new abilities? And I could look at them. I absolutely do not recommend people play the game this way anymore, because the way that a lot of characters are designed is they are designed around certain combos. And if you just go pick the best card each time, you will probably end up not really getting the build, like the most optimal build for what you're trying to do. But also you might end up playing a build that you ultimately don't like, because perhaps level 2, there's a really good card for this build. So you take it, then level 3 comes around and there isn't too many great cards, but you take the card that's better suited to the cards you took at level 2. And then by the time you know, it's a compounding issue. By the time you get to like 3 and 4, you're kind of already invested and you have that sunk cost fallacy of, well, I picked those cards and I was playing that build, so I guess I am. And then, but maybe there's a really fun card at level 4 or something that actually, if you had taken a slightly different card earlier that might have not inherently looked like the right card to take, would blow the character wide open and would have given you better opportunities. But that is how I did it for Gloomhaven. So I often like to play to level 9, because then I had that surprise of like, oh man, what's the level 9 going to be? What's the crazy level 9 going to be? You know? And I like that. Another redo or still review? Oh, what, of this? I don't feel like I'll redo this scenario. Yeah, like, Dwarf, I felt like we came so close to winning. I don't really have enough time to do it again today. And I don't really want to dedicate another stream to doing a solo run. Like, I feel like one stream to do solo for a character is fun. And we came very, very close. Like, I'm happy that we had the right strategy to win this scenario. We just didn't flip the right cards quite at the right point. If we had lowered the difficulty down from +1 and we just played it on +0, we also would have done it. So, like, for me, I'm pretty happy that we solved the scenario. We didn't win ultimately. We came up 1 round short at the end. So I'm not going to get the item as a reward. But I feel like we solved the puzzle. So there's no benefit to me going back to replay it, because my character is literally going to retire after 1 more scenario as well. So I would literally be playing this and then retiring, not getting to use the item anyway. So we may as well move on, I think. But maybe if we had a little bit more, you know, a few more scenarios on this character, maybe I would redo it, because it was fun. But I like, for where I'm at in the campaign, it doesn't really make any sense. So are we going to do an Outpost event? Yes, we are going to do an Outpost event tonight. So we will do that now. And this is, again, kind of against the rules. Well, it is against the rules. But this is something that we are house ruling right now. The beauty of board games, folks, is that you can house rule things if you don't really like them or you want to do something. I don't advise people house ruling every element of a game. Because, of course, it leads to perhaps not the intended experience. But this is a very minor tweak that I think we can very comfortably accept. And I don't think it's going to kill anyone. Solid item, not particularly interesting, but a solid item. I think it's a fantastic item. Yeah, not interesting. It's very simple. It's not difficult. It's very simple. But I think it's an excellent item. I really like it. I think, you know, it does exactly what it does. The 2 things that the Deathwalker wants to do: make a shadow, make dark. It is a no-brainer. Take it every single time. Regardless of what build you're playing, this will work for you. Huge tempo spike. Yeah, absolutely. Considering that, yeah, most of the time we have to play an ability to get that, right? We're basically getting... Think of it this way. It's basically Ring of Haste. It's basically Ring of Haste. Do. Away with you, boulders. Can't summon Craig anymore. Unfortunately, Craig is currently on vacation. He may be back at some point, but unfortunately, it's very difficult for me to use... for Craig, he's quite a big chap, you know. He's not the smallest. Getting him round my table to be able to play Frosthaven is very difficult. You know, we could just about fit both of us in this room at the same time before. But now I've got the table, I've got all the cameras and everything. It's really difficult for him to get in the room. So, you know, sometimes he pops his head in through the door, sees what's going on, you know. But he unfortunately can't really participate. So he's enjoying his retirement, but, you know, he will definitely be back at some point in the future. Just, unfortunately, probably not to play Frosthaven. He summoned too many obstacles in the room. Yes, definitely. He's his own, you know, it's all his own fault. It's a problem of his own making. We should get Craig playing Diablo. Now, Craig would probably play Diablo. Yeah, I think Craig would probably quite like to play Diablo. Is anyone actually going to play the beta that's coming up in, like, is it coming up in like a week or something? Or like a little bit more than a week, isn't it? Maybe 10 days. I was thinking about playing the beta, like pre-ordering and playing the beta, but it's going to be like, your progress is going to be reset. So it seems a little bit pointless, but I think you can earn some rewards for doing the playtesting. Like they're going to give some cosmetics away. I'm not like a huge cosmetics kind of guy, but if I can earn them for free and I'm probably going to be playing the game anyway, then I generally do tend to get them. I did do something that I don't normally do, and I did actually pre-order and buy the deluxe version of Hogwarts Legacy because I wanted the skin. That's like a first for me. I very rarely do stuff like that. But I wanted the skin so I could walk around and use unforgivable curses and look like a badass in the process, you know? So it was worth it. First time you heard about the beta for Diablo, you've been dying to get your hands on it. Well, Charles, if you pre-order the game from, I guess it's through Battle.net. I'm guessing Battle.net is still a thing. If you pre-order it with them, then you get early access to the first beta, which is it's like 5 days or so. And then that closes, and then about a week later, they're doing an open beta, which is actually open to everyone. It is a free open beta for everyone. So it's like whether or not you want to be in, like, pre-order to be in the closed, but in the closed, you can only play the first closed beta. They're only releasing the Barbarian, the Sorceress, and the Rogue, I think. I think there's only 3 playable classes. Then the full open beta, which is going to be open to everyone, that is adding the other 2 classes, Necromancer and Druid. So there's also a level cap, I believe, and a number of zone cap. So I think you can like get to like level 25 as max level, and I think that it's only like the first 2 zones or something. And there's like 1 world boss. And I imagine that some other features will probably also be locked out. And they are resetting characters after both of the betas from what I can tell. The only thing that you will keep is any cosmetics that you earn through the beta, because if you achieve certain things, like if you kill the world boss, if you reach level 25, if you do something else, then there's like 3 different cosmetics that you can earn, I think, by participating. And that's true if you participate in the paid closed or the free open, I believe. They recently did a press conference, I think, about it, or like a little blog post about it. I think maybe even earlier today or yesterday, I think. I watched a video about it. Somebody on YouTube. I watched a video about it. I didn't actually read the press release. Saw some people try about pre-ordering D4, trying beta and cancelling it if it wasn't good. Yeah, I mean maybe, but the open beta is free, and they're doing that like the weekend after. And I have to say that if they're willing to do an open beta for free, which has got all of the classes in and the first 2 zones, like that's, to me, that doesn't sound like a company that's made a bad game, you know? Like, oh, hey guys, come and try our game for free. It's absolutely awful. Come and try it. You try it and it's bad and no one's going to want to buy it. So everyone's just going to be like, oh, thank you for the demo. I'm not going to buy the game now. Like, it's not in their interest to do that if they don't have much confidence in the game. So, you know, I think it's a good sign that they're doing it. Like, it kind of shows that they actually, you know, they actually have a bit of confidence in what they're doing. It's cocky. Yeah, maybe it's just cocky. True. Could just be cocky. So I guess I won't take my inspiration either because I didn't actually win. So this is going to be fairly clean and easy. I'll just... So I guess we earned 11 XP. I'll add that to my sheet. So we're now on 146. I guess if we get an event here, we could just actually level up in town. Uh-oh. You hope there'll be a unique enemy named Error 37. I don't think so. They could do like an Easter egg or something. I'm a little bit nervous about like the persistent online stuff. It sounds a little bit much. You know, I'm never a huge fan of games that really, you know, really depend on servers, especially if those servers are Blizzard servers. I'm pretty confident in saying that the servers will probably be a bit of a joke for at least the open beta. The closed beta might not be quite as bad, but apparently the reason why they're running the betas, a part of it, is because they want to test server stress levels, which basically is code for, yeah, you're probably not going to be able to get into the game. It's probably going to be like terrible. And then even when it comes to launch, it's going to be so hard. You're in the beta for D3 and the servers were horrendous. Yeah, I was in, like, I remember just Classic WoW was just ridiculous. So I did play quite a bit of Classic WoW on my channel, actually, here on Twitch. I was playing through it with my girlfriend. And I was playing Classic WoW quite a lot when that first kind of came back out again. But the servers were an absolute joke. I was trying to play with one of my friends, and he had, like, I've got a pretty good work schedule where I can come home and I could like immediately jump into a queue. Or I think it was also during COVID, so I was like queuing, but he didn't have the option to queue. So he would come home and want to play, you know, like after work, and he just couldn't play because the queue would be thousands upon thousands of people deep. And he'd have to wait an hour just to get into the game. Like, why would you do that? No one wants to do that. Okay. Passage of time. Imagine MQ having free time. My free time is usually just like, well, recently I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy in my free time, and I've now completed it. And I can say that I thought the game was pretty good. I enjoyed the game quite a lot. There's definitely some problems with the game. It's not like like a 10 out of 10. But it's been a long time since I played an open world game and actually completed it. And completed it with a decent play length. I think I played for about 50 hours in total, which for me is a lot for any game. I know that that sounds hilarious when I've played like thousands of hours of Gloomhaven, but you know, I've got a couple of games in my life that are very skewed towards very high numbers, but the majority of games that I play, you know, I might not play for more than 10, maybe 15 hours. Like I might play like 2, maybe 3 sessions. And yeah, the game kind of grabbed me and I played the whole way through. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story was a bit predictable and was a little bit kind of, I mean, it's quite a kid-friendly game for the most part. Like it wasn't, but there was some kind of like some good moments in the story still. But it was a little bit hit and miss. But the gameplay was a lot of fun. And the running around and collecting the animals and the room of requirement was fun. Yeah, there was just lots of little things to do. I just thought it was, you know, for me, it was a very solid. I'd give it like a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. That's what I'd give it. You finished Xenoblade Chronicles 3 with 180 hours on the clock. Oof, it's quite a lot. See, I would love to play more JRPGs, but I'm just scared of the amount of time they take. Because I do really enjoy JRPGs. I used to play loads of JRPGs. They used to be like my favorite game type back when I was like about 15, 16. I'd play like all of the Final Fantasy games. And it just... Then I kind of like went into MMOs after that. They were like the precursor to MMOs for me. Like they were the kind of games that got me into like RPG kind of systems. And then from that point, like MMOs kind of took over. But I used to always would buy Final Fantasy every year and play through it several times usually. Event. Ooh. Number 19. Number 19. I guess I never played the end of that scenario, huh? And didn't play the foreteller audio. We didn't earn it. We don't get to know how it ends. We don't get to know what the conclusion is. You got Trail of Ashes today? Ooh, nice. I wonder if that means mine's close. Motti, BG, the absolute superstar. You know that I broke my my chieftain. You know, my chieftain snapped off of its base. He sent me a message on Discord after it happened and said, "Don't worry, I've got you." And he's sending me another chieftain in my Trail of Ashes order. What a guy. So she'll be back to being precariously on one leg very soon. You had a Trail of Ashes, but you vacuumed it up. Okay, very good. Right, Winter Outpost number 19. Hello?
Mercenaries, I require you in the name of art.
A savage stands at your front door, a long black scarf wrapped around its neck.
I am Eros, purveyor of culture and director of theater. I am putting on a play tentatively titled The Depths of Anguish, reenacting the most noble of sacrifices on our shores, at the hands of the lurkers. It will be my magnum opus.
It pauses dramatically. You try to explain that while your services are for hire, those services don't include play acting. It's more the smashing type of services, really.
What? No, never.
It looks a bit stunned that you'd even consider yourselves actors.
No, I need you to stand guard in the ocean. This will be set on location at the shore, and I can't have an encore of the subject matter. I want you staged in the water, out of sight, just in case lurkers try to write a sequel.
Option A. Agree to defend the show from within the icy water. Option B. Try to convince Eros to let you defend the show from the guard tower.
Oh. A or B, everybody? Poll is up. Option A is to agree to defend the show from within the icy water. Option B is to try to convince Eros to let us defend the show from the guard tower. Now, I really hope this doesn't give us 6 XP. Whichever way this goes, I really hope this doesn't give us 6 XP. Are all these options new for me? I don't know all the... No, I don't. Helicopter. I have no clue. I don't know any of these events. No clue. You guys voting is as good as, I guess. All I would say is that I would imagine that probably, like, we have seen the traits come into play quite a bit. So whereas in Gloomhaven you had, oh, if you have this character or this character, this happens. They now use the trait system. So each character has, I think, 3 traits. And it makes it a little bit more interchangeable so that they don't have to worry about printing loads of stuff. B is gold. Oh, that's true. The XP has to be from cards. That's right. You've got a good point there. Whew. View results. B. You all voted B. Try to convince Eros to let you defend the show from the guard tower.
You explain to Eros that being in the water won't do much good in the event of an attack, and that you'd have a much better vantage point from the guard towers, given that's what they're literally there for.
I see that this will be a creative difference we will be unable to overcome. I bid you good day.
Whoa.
The Savas flips its scarf defiantly and moves on. Later in the week, you're walking by a poorly attended show on the docks and spot some other mercenaries keeping watch, weapons drawn in the frigid ocean. The show gets lukewarm reviews.
What? Did nothing happen? Wow. Okay. Nothing happened. Oh no. Oh. Okay, well, I mean, if it sucked, it sucked, I guess. But do you guys want to know what would have happened if we'd done the other way? Or do you want it to be a secret? I mean, I've looked now. You want to know? You'll be that guy you voted A? Okay, if we'd voted A, we would have gained 5 gold each, and all characters would start the next scenario with brittle. So, not a great reward, and possibly a pretty bad downside depending on what scenario you were going into. So, probably for the best. I think we can give up 5 gold to not have brittle. I won't ruin what it says though, if you guys want to actually do that in your campaign. Chat would very much enjoy seeing brittled MQ. Yeah, you guys probably voted wrong if you wanted to troll me. Well, I mean, unless of course you really didn't want to give me 5 gold, I guess. I got all the gold I could ever want right now though. I'm doing pretty good. Okay. Let me chuck that back in there. And okay, so I don't know how, but we managed to dodge attacks every single time. I need to update my my Deathwalker sheet here, I think. In here. Okay. We didn't actually get any loot in that scenario, did we? That's very simple. I just put my XP up. Good. That's it. I should hopefully have saved everything. Why does it give me another 10 XP? 275. I didn't win. Makes me worried about the drifter, if this drifter is actually right. 331, that can't be right. How have we got an extra 50 XP? I mean, we did win, I suppose, and we did have a very good scenario with like that seems too high. How much XP did we earn on yesterday's like scenario? Not that much, huh? Not this much. Like, this is what I got written down, which seems pretty reasonable. But, well, actually, I don't think it does seem pretty reasonable. 331 compared to like 288. We would have got the bonus scenario XP, and I think we earned like... We probably earned about maybe we earned about 20 more. Yeah. You kind of dislike how back in Gloom you sometimes have to just guess in some events that could lead to missing entire blocks of content, like new scenarios with cool mechanics to them. Yeah, I mean, it is. But I guess it's like... You could always house rule it and just say, oh, okay, we get this thing. But yeah, I get what you mean. I think if you're the kind of person who likes like a completionist type of person, it can be quite frustrating, yeah. Especially if you play like in digital, because digital does not give you a chance to house rule. It's just gone. If you give the wrong answer, it's just gone. You're not getting it in that campaign. I had 13 XP on the Drifter at the end of the scenario and 12 from completing it. Okay, so that's 25. Plus we failed it one time, right? So we might have gained another... So we might have gained like 30. Maybe I'll just have to check the vlogs at some point. Just seems like a bit too much. Not that it like hugely matters, but... On the fail, I had 10. Oh, okay. So... Okay, so it was 35 XP? Okay, so maybe this is about right then. Just feels like I shouldn't be that much ahead. Hey, Sabashi. Just got off work. How did it go? Unfortunately, we didn't win. We did 2 attempts. First attempt, we realized very quickly that we weren't going to win. So we reset. It's a very good scenario to reset. Very quick and easy to reset it. And the second attempt, we came up, so close. We were like maybe 1 turn away, 1 card flip away. Well, we were 1 card flip at the end, but like I do feel like maybe 1 or 2 things gone our way over the course of the scenario, we would have won. Very, very tight. We played on +1 as well, so unfortunately I didn't have the time to redo it again today, but I don't think I will redo it because we kind of came up with a good strategy to win, so I was very happy with the strategy that we came up with. The worst of those is when you need to refuse to help a character who is your friend, story-wise, and you get that for a scenario that is one of the most interesting ones in the game. Maybe we did. I mean, I knew the Drifter was a little bit ahead, but this just seems like we're at like 50 XP difference almost. I mean, it's not quite. It's like 43 or something. But like that's like 2 scenarios worth of XP, which just does not seem right. I can see it being like 1, but 2 does not seem right. Anyway, we'll leave it. I mean, we'll leave it for now. I'd have to check to see what we were on at the end of the last one before we went to do the solos. We would have to check to see what we were on after Sacred Soil, basically. Then we would know if we were right or not. I know that after Sacred Soil, we leveled both characters up, so they both crossed the 275 threshold at that point, which is why I'm thinking it seems kind of crazy how much they have. Like, I wouldn't be surprised that when I hit fail, they gave me an extra 12 XP for completing the scenario. Like, if I was a gambling man, I would say that this is 12 too much. That's what I would say. This is probably 12 XP too much. If I was a gambling man, I would say if we reduce this by 12, 319, that sounds a bit more reasonable. Anyway, let's go back over here and let's do the building operations, because we're going to continue to do building operations, and I'm going to continue to buy everything that I can. So that's 2 gold, 4 gold, 6 gold to buy 1 of everything. We don't need to do anything else because we have a full barracks right now. Somehow I've managed to dodge attacks. I'm not sure how, but I'm just seemingly getting lucky here. So the Drifter can pay for that because they are very rich. You just checked it, and I did tap on success after the fail. Okay, so we need to get rid of 12 XP then. That to me sounds about right. I will concede that. I think that sounds about right. Okay, good stuff. So we've done all of that. That's all good. Crafting. Can I get that damn stamina potion back? I don't think so. I don't get any herbs, you see. The problem is we didn't really get anything. Yeah, we're all out of herbs. We've got nothing to build, so we've got nothing really we want to craft either. So we're kind of just, yeah, I mean, just treading water there, chat. That's pretty much the end of Outpost Phase. Because this was very much just an advanced calendar type thing anyway. So we weren't really aiming to do anything. Not getting the inspiration is pretty annoying. Because obviously we want to keep getting inspiration so that we have enough to do the double retire. How much inspiration do we need for the double retire? Is it 15? Because we're going to be short by 1 scenario. Retirement, 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 retirement. Yeah, the retiring character may spend 15 inspiration once to draw 2 additional personal quests, choose one to complete immediately without fulfilling his requirements, and shuffle the other back into the deck. This gains the party 2 more prosperity and unlocks another building envelope. So what I need to do then is I need to get myself to 30. So I need to win 3 more scenarios. Yeah, it's 15. So we need to win 3 more scenarios. Because I don't really want to retire with not having the 15. Imagine retiring and I've only got... Like, I'm like too short. That just feels terrible. So we're going to have... Wow, I mean, maybe I'll just give myself an extra 2 inspiration. I don't know. I mean, I completed the Drifter, right? Get 1 for that? I don't think it makes a difference. I need to get 2 each time. I mean, I completed the Drifter one. Just feels like, yeah... If you don't have 15 and your character, like, retires, it sort of sucks. I mean, maybe I'll end up having to play 1 extra mission. After the Sacred Soil one. Just so that I get to it. Because I don't think it's a wise move for me not to do that. Anyway, we'll worry about that another time. Yeah, delay the Drifter for a few so I can get the 15. Yeah, I think so. I'm confused why I don't have 15. How many days have you done? So you only earn inspiration for completed scenarios. Final attack. So you only gain the inspiration if you win. So number of days on the calendar is not necessarily correct. I do win most of the scenarios that I do, but there has been at least one where I haven't won. And this one we've just done, I didn't win. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've been doing it. We can always do an actual check. But I think we did a check. I'm pretty sure we did a check on the last stream and we were right then. So, or a couple of streams ago, and we were correct. So, I'm pretty sure that the number is right. Honestly, if you are sick of them and want to retire, maybe just take 1 or 2 as a loan from future scenarios. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea. Oh, sorry, you meant like, well, I don't have 15. Oh, I've got 24. Sorry. To be clear, yeah. Sorry, no, I thought you meant, I'm talking about 30. I really wanted 30. I've got 24. I wanted to have 30 so that we could, when both retire at the exact same time, we could do like a really crazy, like get +4 prosperity, get the new buildings all together. So we could have like a really, really big turn. You know, now we're going to probably just have that over a couple of different scenarios instead of like one big one. That's all. Borrowing forward makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, it seems reasonable to me. Like, especially a 2-player. I just don't want to like fudge the game too much. But I mean, if it helps me move the game along a little bit, I'm happy to do that. Like, I don't want to fudge like too much stuff because it will just be then not give like a good accurate representation of the game. Like, I don't want to be like, I don't like this element of the game. I'm going to do this instead to, you know, because I want to review the game as it is. But stuff like that, it's very minimal to really upset the game. Mainly because I'm wanting to retire to, yeah, exactly. I am being very specific about what I want to do. If I wasn't trying to do that, it wouldn't be so much of a problem. It's a special deal. Yeah, you get a 2 inspiration discount when you retire 2 characters at once, I've heard. I'm pretty sure that's in the FAQ. Pretty sure. You need an Isaac on a helicopter remote. He's watching, always watching, judging. Not playing my game right. Staggering return might be better. There's going to be so many unlocks, 4 envelopes. Yeah, maybe. I mean, to be honest, for the like, I kind of wanted to do like a stream where I would just do the new characters and the unlocks. Like, that's pretty much all we would do for the stream, because we'd have so much to talk about and look at with the new characters. And because I haven't really looked at the characters in detail. As soon as I unlocked them, I think we took a very brief look at what the mechanics were and what their names were, and then I just put them to one side because I was like, well, there's not really much point in me looking at these now because I'm not going to be playing them now. So I was planning on doing a stream where I would do both of them, and that would kind of be the stream. That would be the episode. Just, hey, this is the episode where we get new characters and this is what we do. But now it's probably going to be more like, yeah, stretched out. I might end up having to like do, like maybe if we retire the Deathwalker after the next stream, maybe I do that like, I don't know. I've got a really busy weekend, so I don't think I can actually stream on Sunday now, really. I want to get a YouTube video done. I want to get a new YouTube video out, or at least something in the works this weekend, so it'll probably be Monday now. Changing your vote, just fudge it. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I think we won't necessarily like fudge it, because fudging it fully, there's a lot of kind of fudging going on here. I think we're going to end up retiring the Deathwalker next scenario anyway, unless somehow. No, I mean, even if we did a connected link scenario, it doesn't work because we have to go back. So the only fudging that we can there's 2 amounts of fudging that we can do. We can do. Oh, another amount of time has passed. Oh, now technically we can go do the Drifter scenario next. Oh, look, we've managed to line up our retirements. Isn't that great? Or, you know, then there's the inspiration thing. Oh, you know, but then we're gaining like 4 inspiration rather than like 2. That feels maybe a little bit too fudgy. You know, I'm happy to like fudge the 2 inspiration. But I feel like we have to go do a scenario. And the good thing is, though, is what we can do is the next scenario we do, we can go and do one of the side ones that we've got. So it's just a side scenario. And that could be fun to just go and do something a bit different. And then after that, we'll be able to go and do the Drifter one. And then we'll do that, and then we'll have that completed. And then we'll be at a point where potentially we'll have the 2 new characters, and then we could maybe go and do another side scenario, and we'll be like learning the 2 characters or something. Like, you know, I feel like we've got like, the good thing is we've got some extra scenarios unlocked where we can just go and do them as one-offs if we want to just, you know, try something.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, that's the blessing from Jab.
Yeah.
That's the blessing from.
Isaac, at this point, can we get your approval to add an additional attack modifier deck for allies in the digital version?